Welcome back, dear students. So, in the last class, we were discussing the topic filtration in fourth module for the subject Environmental Engineering 1. So, in the previous class, we discussed what is filtration and what are the various mechanisms that are involved in the filtration process. So, today we'll see what are the different types of filters. So, like we already discussed, filtration is actually a very important process in the water treatment, and it consists in allowing water to be passed through a filter media like sand or any other media. And also by doing so, what happens is the suspended as well as the colloidal particles that are present in water are partially removed, and also the chemical characteristics of water are changed, and the amount of bacteria that is present in water is also considerably reduced. Now, coming to the different types of filtration. So, the filters through which the process of filtration occurs can be classified broadly into two types. They are slow sand filters and rapid sand filters. So, like it is said in the name itself, the very meaning in the name, as it says, slow sand filter means the rate of filtration is very slow, and in the case of rapid sand filter, the rate of filtration is very high or very fast. And so this is how we classify. Also, there are other ways like the action that causes filtration, the pre-treatment or the absence in water to be filtered, and the method of cleaning the filter beds, etc. So there are various other factors which differentiates a slow sand filter from a rapid sand filter, like the head that is required for the filtration, the composition of the filter media, and also the frequency of cleaning the filter media. Now, rapid sand filters again classified into two types. They are gravity type filters and pressure type filters. So, this just depicts the classification of filters, slow sand and rapid sand, and gravity type and pressure type. So, we'll be discussing in detail about the slow sand filters and the rapid sand filters separately in the next class. So, to give you a brief difference between the two, in a slow sand filter, actually the action takes place at the surface of the sand bed. So, like I said, there will be a filter media through which the water is being passed. So, in the case of a slow sand filter, the filtration process actually takes place at the surface, that is at the top layer of the sand bed, and it is continued for some distance below, but throughout the depth of the bed it does not occur. So, already I told you there is a formation of a layer on the top of the surface of the sand bed, which we call as the dirty skin or the smooth stick. So this is actually formed in such a way that as the water passes through the filter media, the surface will get coated with a layer, and it is this layer which will act as a mat or a screen to remove the various finely suspended matter and other organic matters that are present in water. So the successful operation of slow sand filter is actually dependent upon the existence of this particular layer, which we call as the dirty skin. And below this layer, say up to 30 centimeters or so, there are other bacterial zones as well. And here the actions involved are completely to oxidize the organic matter, and also it also destroys most of the bacteria that are present in water, and only simple and unobjectionable inorganic salts will be allowed to pass through the filter bed. So this is the principle of a slow sand filter. We will be discussing in detail later on. Now, coming to the rapid sand filter. So in this case, there is no such layer. There is no layer that is formed at the top. But in this case, the surface straining mat called the smooth stick is absent. And also, here the straining action proceeds throughout the depth of the filter. So the sand depth, whatever depth of filter media is there, throughout the depth, this process of filtration occurs in the case of a rapid sand filter. And also here what happens is, like I said, the mechanical and the various mechanisms we discussed. So the sedimentation process, what happens is there will be a small we call it as the tube settlers, that is the voids present in the filter media will be continuous. So here the process of filtration occurs by sedimentation. So the particles will pass through these tube settlers. So in the rapid sand filter, this is how the filtration process occurs. So this is how we can differentiate between a slow sand filter and a rapid sand filter. Now we'll discuss what are the various filter media that are commonly used. So the selected filter sand or whatever media we select, it should be free from any other organic matter or from clay or vegetable or loam, etc. And also it should be uniform and of proper size. So it should not be too fine. What happens is it will clog too fast, and it should not be too coarse also. So this is how the filter media has to be selected. So these are the commonly used filter media, that is sand, anthracite, garnet sand or limonite, and also we can use other locally available material. So when we use filter media as sand, so we have to see the, so we know that sand is the cheapest and the most widely used in any type of filtration, and as I said, it should be free from suspended solids, organic matter, clay, silt and loam, etc. And there are some essentials that has to be satisfied by the sand that we are going to use as a filter media. So it should be hard, it should be free from clay and fine particles, grain and dirt. The ignition loss should not exceed 0.7%, and soluble fraction in hydrogen chloride shall not exceed 5%. The specific gravity of the sand particles that are used should be between 2.55 to 2.65, and the wearing loss should not exceed 7%, and also the effective size. So you have studied effective size and uniformity coefficient already in your geotechnical engineering. So effective size of sand may be defined as the sieve size in millimeter, which permits 10% of the sand by weight to pass, or in other words it can also be defined as the size of the grain that is larger than 10% by weight of all the particles comprising the sand. So it actually indicates the minimum size of 90% by weight of the sand. So and also this effective size should be between 0.2 to 0.3 millimeters in the case of slow sand filters, and for rapid sand filters effective size has to be between 0.45 to 0.7 millimeters. And also here, like it is shown, the uniformity coefficient. So uniformity coefficient is also you would have studied, it is nothing but an expression of the degree of variation. So it is defined as the ratio between the sieve size that will pass 60% by weight to the effective size, or you would have calculated the uniformity coefficient in the laboratory. You would have done that experiment, I suppose. So in this case, the uniformity coefficient should be 3 to 5 for slow sand filter, and it should not be less than 1.3 or more than 1.7 for rapid sand filter. Now there is another material which we call as anthracite. So anthracite is again it has been successfully used as a filter medium, and also as a substitute for sand in some filters. It may be used actually in conjunction with sand and or some other materials that are mixed in the filter media. It is very costly compared to sand, but its greater volume per unit weight and lower transportation cost per unit volume makes it more economical at least some locations. So this is another material, or crushed anthracite has been successfully used as a filter media or a substitute for sand in some filters. Now coming to the next one, that is garnet sand. So garnet sand has very high specific gravity, say up to 4.2, and it is actually a dense material, but because of its high cost it cannot be used as a sole filter media. We cannot use it separately as a filter media, but it may be used as a constituent in a filter media, like it can be mixed with other materials and used. Then coming to the locally available materials. So here you can see other locally available materials like shredded coconut husk, burned rice husk, and also crushed glass. Some slag or metallic ores, etc. also have been used as a filter media successfully. So these are the various types of filter media. Again, Gravel, that is, this layers of sand may be supported on gravel. So we know that gravel is nothing but crushed rock. So the coarse gravel may be used or as a support for the sand, and it permits the filtered water to move freely to the drains below, and also it helps or it allows the wash water to move uniformly upwards. And when we use gravel, we should see to it that it should be hard, durable, and also free from pieces which are elongated or flat, and it should not contain any other impurities. So these are the different types of filter media that are commonly used in the filtration process. So in the next class we will discuss in detail what is a slow sand filter and the operation of a slow sand filter as well as the rapid sand filter. Thank you.